All right, hey guys, welcome back to APS Plus. Today I'm going to be a little bit of a hypocrite, and it's for a good reason, you'll see why. But it's because there's a sort of mistake that I see a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players make, and it's come to my attention more, I think, because I'm a content creator, so I wanted to share it with you guys. I think a lot of players rely on the internet and content creators for all of their Yu-Gi-Oh information and opinions and decision making, and I don't think that's always a good thing. So yes, I'm being a hypocrite in saying this because, well, I'm a Yu-Gi tuber and I'm telling you what to think, or I guess what not to think, or whatever. The point is that it's not really a good thing. So the reason I was thinking about this is because I get a lot of DMs and a lot of comments from people who will be asking me what I think of a certain deck, or maybe more specifically, should they build a certain deck? Should I build Gladiator Beast? Should I build Fortune Lady? Should I build a Witchcrafter deck? Should I build Black Wings when they get the new support? Will it be good? Is it worth it? And these questions aren't coming from a bad place. I'm not saying they're like bad questions to ask. More so, my answer to them is oftentimes it's kind of up to you. And I know that there sort of are a lot of great, okay, I should probably say this first. There's a lot of great parts about the internet and Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a wonderful resource. There are content creators who are making really great stuff. It's very informative. It can really help a person, inform like deck building combos, how to beat something, maybe some buying decisions and things like that. You can find out lots of Yu-Gi-Oh! News. That's all good and well. And there are plenty of channels that do a great job of it. The thing is though, when I get asked a question like, should I build this? Or rather like, do you think I should build this? It doesn't matter what I think. Does it really matter if I say that you should or shouldn't build a deck or can or can't build a deck? What does my opinion really mean? I'm just another Yu-Gi-Oh player and I don't have any real accolades to my name. Maybe there are some Yu-Gi tubers out there who've, like topped some events, won some events, which is like great, but at the end of the day, you gotta play this game for yourself. Like, if you want to build a deck, just build it. There's nothing wrong with trying a deck out. And I know some people might say, well, there's money involved. Like, I don't want to spend money without, someone telling me if it's going to be good or bad. But even then, there are plenty of free ways to build decks nowadays, right? Like, you can get on EDO Pro, you can get on Dueling Book, and just sort of, or even Master Duel, and just sort of build a deck on there, right? And see if you like it. And, even as far as getting, like, a good deck list to start with, I am another strong proponent of just take some list from online. Doesn't matter who, doesn't matter where. Take it and just play it. I think there's too much hesitation that I see where people are so afraid to just try a deck out. Just play it. It's okay if you lose with it a little bit. It's okay if the build's not perfect. You have to just like set your foot in the water and start playing the deck at least a little bit so that you can figure out, if it's something that you like. Do you kind of like the play style? Do you see potential in it? And then figure it out from there, right? Like you can change cards. It doesn't matter if you're stealing a deck. All that is fine. The next thing too is I think too many people get their opinions about, what is the best thing or what the format is like from just sort of headlines and like strong opinion pieces that they read online. So sometimes people will say like, okay, like it's tier 0, right? It's a tier 0 format, it's the best deck, it's unstoppable, it's so broken. And I'm not saying that that's like, entirely wrong, right? Like Tier Elements, strong deck right now, about to be even stronger. But I sometimes think that maybe it's more important that you come to that conclusion yourself rather than just repeating what you heard online. So sometimes people, like if you go and try to find deck profiles and stuff, everything gets described as broken, insane, tier 0. These are probably familiar if you've looked up a Team Sam tech profile. But like, this happens all the time on YouTube. People have to kind of just emphasize how great and broken and crazy a deck is. So many combos, so many negates, got a hand loop, whatever. And, it's all in the title, like, you must watch this. It's insane. But like, take a step back from it, right? It's great to market a deck like that because it's YouTube and you gotta like clickbait and get views. But I think what's more important is just playing in events, whether that's locals, whether that's regionals, and sort of forming that conclusion for yourself. If you go to an event and you play a bunch of, Sprite or Tier Element decks or whatever, and they all just completely destroy you and you have no chance, yeah, all right, I guess you have the right to say it feels like this deck is the best thing in the game. It's kind of polarizing and overwhelming, whatever. Fine, you can have that opinion then. But I'm just saying that don't simply take it at face value from the internet, from just some content creator saying something about some deck, or people in a Facebook group or a Discord server necessarily, and then like kind of parroting that. Because people say this so much about like what deck is the best, what card sucks this format. A card, can't just outright suck. Like somebody might say, oh, D-Barrier sucks right now because this deck's not winning, or this deck can play around Nibiru, so it sucks. You know, that could be true, but that doesn't mean the card's like outright bad. It just means like someone's experience told them that it sucked. But it's really up to you to go and like play that deck or play that card and, you know, experiment and find out for yourself if it sucks. Because to me, that makes all the difference in this game, is finding things out for yourself, forming your own opinions. It's why I'm actually oftentimes very apprehensive about sharing exact opinions on cards like in these videos. I like to talk about, you know, maybe the sort of game at large, but I try to avoid like saying this card is objectively the best or the worst thing, or it's broken and needs to be banned, or it's completely useless. Because at the end of the day, it can vary so much from event to event and so much from player to player, matchup to matchup. So that's just another thing is, you know, just because someone says a card's broken or a deck's broken or a deck's, you know, whatever, this or that, just remember that you should form that opinion for yourself. The next thing too is buying decisions. So it's really easy to, you know, hear about all these buyouts, right? There's lots of different market watch segments, and they're always talking about like these cards are going up, hurry, sell them, hurry, buy them, you know, before they go up. It's almost like, you know, watching people pump up stocks or something. Like, I think with Yu-Gi-Oh, if you want a card, you know, just buy it. Like, if you're in the position where you're trying to make the decision to buy it, then just buy it. Because that means you were able and you did want it. I get, you know, maybe wanting extra opinions or more validation online, but if you had the money and you were thinking about getting it and like you were more than able to do it, I'm saying this for people who can like afford the card, yeah, just get the card. I think like too many people like to wait, like, oh, will it go up? Will it go down? Now, it's a different situation if like you're, you know, if it's like a serious investment and like you maybe can't afford the card and you're hoping it goes down. Well, then in that case, just wait because it will go down. I know like people are gonna say like, what, you're just saying everything, you're BSing. What I'm saying really, or what I'm trying to say at least, is don't let, you know, the internet kind of paralyze you with indecision about what to do with a card purchase. There's so many buyouts in this game, there's so many market watches, you can't possibly know what cards to always buy and what cards to always sell. So I say just kind of like do what you're able to do, right? If you can get it, get it. If you can't get it, wait. Like, don't let, you know, the sort of sensationalism drive your purchases too much. And on that note as well, make sure that you're sort of aware of like the sealed product thing. So this is something that I've seen more and more in recent years on YugiTube. More and more YouTubers open, you know, cases, right? Not saying it's a bad thing, but you know, it's sort of, I'm mixed on it because when I feel like when viewers see their favorite YouTubers, and you know, there's plenty of YouTubers who do this, opening like, you know, just how we opened like, you know, 4 or 5 cases of this new set, and here's what we pulled, and you know, the search for this, the search for that, the ghost rare, blah blah blah. It's great entertainment. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I've opened like boxes and stuff online on streams and things like that and videos, and it's a fun way to sort of enjoy the Yu-Gi-Oh pack opening experience, maybe vicariously through your favorite content creator. If you can't afford to buy all these packs, then it's fun to watch someone else do that, and that can be suspenseful, and that's entertaining. But I also have seen players sort of watch these videos and they want to be like their favorite content creator and also go out and like, you know, spend thousands and thousands even on like a couple of cases of Darkwing Blast or whatever the next set is, hoping to also pull these epic starlights because, you know, you saw your favorite person pull it and they were jumping up and down and screaming and yelling and reacting. But even then, it's important to remember, like most content creators, when they're opening these products, they're making it as content, which means that they're kind of, you know, subsidizing the purchase there. Buying sealed products normally is a bit of a risky endeavor, right? It's kind of proven that on average you're not really going to be making your money back on most sealed products, so you should be buying it because you want to buy it. If you're buying it for the experience of opening it, that's fine, that's good. If you like buying it just because you really have a lot of money and it's burning a hole in your pocket, that's also fine. But I guess I just want to warn people against, you know, buying loads and loads of a product and expecting the same results that you see on a screen because you don't know what if those results are real or not, and you know who they're getting money from, right? They might just be sponsored by their local card shop or some other sponsor, or they're making ad revenue or all these different things, donations from a stream. So, you know, for content creators, it might be easier to open a bunch of this stuff. And I'm not saying that's like fair or that it's good or bad. I'm just saying like, keep it in mind whenever you're making your purchasing decisions. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything I had to say. I know it's like a weird video, and again, I know it's kind of like ironic that I'm the one saying this because I am a content creator, but I hope that the takeaway that everybody gets from this is just that while Yu-Gi-Oh information on the internet and stuff. It's fun. It's fun to talk about and like learn about, and I advise people to do it. Make sure that your decisions and your opinions are, the result of your own experience and your own critical thinking, and not to just trust everything or whatever that you see online. All right, I feel like I've gone on long enough for today, so let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Do you feel like I'm, maybe it is a good point? Is this a bad point? Have you had experiences maybe with like watching content that didn't necessarily line up to your own real life Yu-Gi-Oh experience? Like a content creator said this deck was broken, but in my experience it wasn't. Or a content creator said that this card sucked, but actually it was really good for me. I like to hear those sorts of experiences because that to me is the essence of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just kind of like taking your own journey, doing it at your own pace, figuring it out. All right, that's going to be it. Make sure you subscribe to APS Plus, trying to get to 100K subs on here. See you guys in the next one. Fast turn.